Hey y'all, Jon Majors. I've been with Fellowship Bible Church of Dallas for about 2 years now. When Gabe announced that we were going to start a campus over here, he said the words that really permeate with me, and that's service. And so I said, I'm in, and I have been here since. You know what started out as a young man who really just wanted to have fun and rebel a little bit and feel a part of something, be a part of a group, really turned into really my identity and who I really became. And that was someone who just abused alcohol and drugs to a very great extent. I was about 19 years old when I had a horrific accident directly related to my drug and alcohol use, and I was laying in bed and in the hospital, and I kind of had these thoughts about God that maybe He didn't want anything to do with me. I really never thought about God before, and it's funny that my first thoughts were that He doesn't want anything to do with me. And but I came away with that experience that I was such a wretched guy, that I'd done so many bad things that He would truly not love me or have anything to do with me. And that kind of made up my personality. I did join the United States Marine Corps, and when I went into the Marine Corps, I got stationed on a ship off the coast of Beirut, and my sister sent me a Bible. I really believe that she'd been praying for me all along, but nonetheless, I started reading this Bible, and I came to Proverbs 23, and in short, it basically says, hey, who has woes? Who has complaints? Who has bloodshot eyes? Who has problems? Those who linger over wine. And I was stunned that I was there, that was me, because I had all those things. And I asked God to do something for me, and I prayed this prayer. I said, Lord, if alcohol seems to be my problem, would you please just remove it from my life? And I think I knew that He wouldn't do that. But I tried it, and He didn't remove the alcohol from my life. And what came of that was I realized that maybe God had blessed my alcohol use, for lack of a better term. That He said, hey, look, this is who you are, and I've made you this way, and you need to just carry on. And boy, having a blessing on your sin is a dangerous place to be. And but I continued on, and I really thought that everything after that happened, every problem that I had, would be God's fault, because He never took it away from me. On July 4th of 1989, I found myself in the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous. As I started to be a part of that community and started to work their 12 steps, my vision started to clear a little bit. And what had started as a seed in my life of just reading Scripture and kind of trying to find out who Christ was started to blossom, and I realized who Christ was, and that He was the outpouring of God's love. The God that I thought didn't love me and wanted nothing to do with me really wanted to be my everything. And it was as if a switch had come on, and the Jesus that you all knew, and the Jesus that had changed your lives, was really right there for me too. It was an amazing day, and then a few weeks later, I realized that I had not only not had a drink or a drug, but I hadn't wanted one, and I hadn't desired one, and it hadn't been that way in my entire life. Today, certainly I'm a different person. I'm not the guy who drank. I'm not the guy who did drugs and wrecked cars and all that. But I'm reminded of what Christ is there for each and every day. Every spontaneous sin that appears, every undesired action that seems to appear, I'm reminded of the grace that I need and the grace that I've received. So what's different about me today is really this knowledge, of the kingdom. And then there's those days when it doesn't seem like anything can go wrong. I don't know if anybody else has those, but every once in a while I have this day where it just seems like even my mistakes turn out right. And I can barely contain my worship. And those are the days that I really get a peek, just a peek, at what the kingdom is all about. Thanks for listening to me.